So welcome to Chair Yoga, and in today's class we're going to focus on focus. So what does focus on focus mean? It means finding that sense of stillness in our practice, and we start by walking your sit bones towards the edge of the chair, so your back is away from the back of the chair and your feet are fairly wide, hip width or shoulder width distance apart, so you feel nice and stable like a tripod. And it's always good to fidget in the beginning until you feel comfortable with a tall spine. And there's different ways to focus in yoga. Sometimes it's better with the eyes closed. You could try that. Or if your eyes are open, you have the eyes soft, almost like you're daydreaming. And you focus on a still point in front of you. It could be 6 or 7 feet out on the floor, or it could be up on the wall. So we start to learn how to steady our eyes when they're open as well as closed. And this in yoga is called a drishti point, a still point. With eyes open or closed, start to relax the shoulders. And breathe gently in through the nose. Start to slow your breathing down. And at any time, if you feel discombobulated, simply allow the eyes to gently open and focus on that still point. Until you're taking a deep breath without straining. In and out through the nose. And try to keep this focus on stillness as we do movement today. Remembering you can always open the eyes and find that drishti point. Or if you prefer keeping the eyes closed, let the hands start to dangle down beside you, arms and shoulders relaxed. And rotate the palms so the palms face forward and you feel the shoulder blades gently squeeze together and you feel a stretch across the front of the chest. Start to float the arms up, palms face the ceiling until the hands come together above your head. Keeping the head still, float the hands down, palms face the earth. So people would look at you thinking that you are copying a big graceful bird flying in slow motion. Inhale, lift the hands up gently, reaching up, feeling the stretch through the arms and the shoulders. Meanwhile, the trunk of the body stays still, quiet. It's almost like the branches of a tree moving, but the trunk remains still. Continue on with that slow movement, letting the eyes be steady. And as you move, at any time you feel tired, you can rest the arms. And we're going to add a little bit more movement to the arms, so that as the arms drop, you tuck the tailbone, you feel the low back round, and you feel a little stretch in the low back. As you inhale, you lift the tailbone up, you arch the low back, so you feel the back and the spine starting to move with the arms. Just a little pelvic rock. As you drop the hands, the abdominals tighten, the navel comes back towards the spine, you empty. And as you inhale, the belly expands and arches the back, almost like you're waking up in the morning with a big stretch. Now, if it's okay for you, we're going to add a little bit of head movement, but not too much. The next time you inhale, lift the hands, arch the back, and start to gently look up a little bit. And then as you exhale, float the hands down, tuck the tailbone, and look down a little bit. So there's a little bit of up and down motion with the head, just enough that feels good. Not too much, not too little. We're going to do 3 more of these wing flaps, letting the head move slowly. Eyes can be open or closed. And if any part of it doesn't feel right for you, leave that part out. We have 1 more. And the next time you come down, rest your hands on your lap and sit up tall. Relax the shoulders. Let the weight of the arms and shoulders sink into the backs of the hands, palms face up on your lap. And notice how that first movement of the spine feels in the body. Now open the thighs a little wider with the feet slightly rotated outwards, and lean your elbows on your thighs like you're contemplating something. Eyes can be open or closed here as you relax into this forward fold. And bring your attention down to your low back. We want the low back to relax here. You might slowly sink the head down towards the chest like you're looking down at the ground, and feel the traction in the back of the neck. If you've got a cold or something, you might find keeping the head up helps. Now, if you feel like you could you drop your hands down towards the ground? And if they can't reach the ground, maybe use a block to rest your hands on. So you feel a little more stretch in the low back here. If that feels good, start to bend the elbows and sink lower and lower and lower, stretching out the low back. Oh, feeling all that tension in the low back start to stretch out. You might feel that stretch in the hips as well. Remember, if you feel comfortable here, you can drop the chin to the chest. And then slowly come up, rest your elbows on the thighs once again. If you're using a block, you can move it out of the way. Walk your hands back along the thighs. And for the first time, bring your hands to the chair and lean back into the back of your chair, just like you were leaning into a reclining chair. And stretch your legs out in front of you. Curl the toes back. Oh, push out through the heel bones and feel the stretch in the back of the legs. If you feel like you're not going to slip off the chair, you can bring your hands behind your head and relax like you're in a beach chair in the Bahamas. Big stretch. Slowly release the hands to grip your seat for stability and sit up. Re-establish your seat towards the edge of the chair. Find your drishti point, your still point with your eyes open or closed. And then dangle your left arm only down beside your chair and see if you can feel the leg of the chair. If you can't, that's okay, but if you can, that's helpful. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, start to lean towards that left side, almost like you're on a little boat and you're leaning over, and let your head slowly sink down towards that left shoulder, and the right shoulder can just relax. Inhale, sit up slowly. And we'll try that on the other side. Exhale, leaning slowly, listing to the right. Left shoulder relaxes so you feel the side of the neck traction out. Good. Inhale, come up. We've got 2 more of those. Deep breath in, exhale, leaning this time to the left. Let the head come down. And if you can, take that left hand up, 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 and touch the back of your head. Oh, so you feel a rib cage open up here as well, making more space for the lungs. This is a great way to strengthen the strong oblique muscles on that left side. Inhale, come up. Take a moment to pause. Get your stillness back, eyes open or closed. And then we'll list to the other side. And then that left hand will touch the back of the head. Elbow up nice and high, stretching out the rib cage. Good. Keeping the head back. Excellent. Inhale, slowly come up. We have 1 more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lean left. Push that right sit bone down. Head comes to the left shoulder. Now this time, you bring that right hand up to either touch the back of your head, or you can rainbow it over the head, requiring even more oblique strength to stabilize you. For 3, 2, ta-da, come on up. Regather your stillness with your breath and your eyes being steady. Find your drishti and then lean to the other side, doing whichever hand motion you want. Breathing the whole time. Ta-da, coming up. And resting once again. Eyes on that drishti point, that still point, become still. Connect to your breath. And then the last 2 directions of the spine. We're going to take the left hand behind the back and see if you can grab hold of your chair so it tugs and pulls your left shoulder back. You feel that left shoulder back. You feel the torso of the body twisting to the left. Your right hand can come across the front of the body and anchor onto your leg or clothing. And you feel the low back twisting. This is always good to help the low back release. Relax the shoulders, sit up tall. And then exhale, start to turn the head to the right, slowly. If that feels okay, inhale, slowly bring the head back to center so the chin is over the chest. And then exhale, turn the head towards the left, towards that back shoulder. So moving the head very, very slowly here, so as not to upset your equilibrium, and gently turning it from one side to the other. Go slowly. Usually we move it at the speed of your breathing, so it takes one whole breath to move from the left shoulder to the right shoulder. And keeping the head still if that doesn't feel good. Inhale the head to neutral, relax the arms. Let the body unwind itself, come back to neutral. And while you're in neutral, become very still and notice the reverberations of the twist. Notice how you feel after the twist is finished. It's like the echo of the shape. Let's try the other side. Right hand reaches back, pulls the right shoulder back, grips hold of something back there. Feel the torso twist to the right. Left hand crosses midline of the body. Shoulders relaxed, sit up tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, turn the head slowly to the left. So the torso is twisting one way and the head is twisting the other. And then if you'd like to try dynamic head movement, inhaling the head back to center, chin over chest. Exhaling, turning the head towards the back shoulder. Inhaling, neutral. Exhaling, turning to the left shoulder. So you get all the kinks out of the neck and shoulders here. The next time you inhale, relax the arms, let the body unwind itself and become still again. If your eyes are open, find that drishti point, that still point. If your eyes are closed, focus the attention of the eyes between the eyebrows, right into the middle of the forehead. So you encourage and teach the eyes to become still. The eyes are a part of the nervous system, so they move easily. If we can train the eyes to be steady, it helps calm the nervous system. Let's move into the hips. Taking that left leg out about 90 degrees, so you've opened the thighs about 90 degrees and you feel that movement. Just make sure there's nothing on the floor in your way, and then close that hip back to neutral. We'll rotate the other side, open the right hip and then close. Now you can keep your eyes steady here on that still point. You can turn the hip, but your eyes are steady. And you're just changing from side to side in a nice relaxed fashion, opening the hip, closing the hip. Just lubricating the hip joint. See, one of the issues is when we sit a lot, the hips get very static, very tight. So even when we sit, we can move them if we have little techniques like this. So the way we sit can make a big difference. Now the next time you open that left thigh, hold it open. hold it open. Make sure you're steady on your seat. And take the right leg and start to heel toe it out to the right. So it stretches and elongates, and you feel that big stretch on the inside of that right thigh. Try to put the pinky toe down on the ground so that stretches your ankle as well. Keep your torso facing straight ahead. Find your still point straight ahead. And then float the right arm up, the back arm up until it's parallel to the floor. You can even look at it. Is it parallel to the floor? Spread the fingers gently. Palm facing down. Now keep that steady as you turn the head to the left and float the left hand up into Warrior Two. So you're getting that nice stretch in the hips. See if you can activate your legs a little bit more by pushing the left foot down into the ground and the right foot. So you feel strong legs here. You build the leg strength while you open the hips. Breathe smoothly, looking out over that front hand as best as you can. And then exhale, float the hands down, relax. Relax the legs, grab the seat for stability, and come back to neutral. Look straight ahead, find your drishti. Let the body settle into stillness, but feel all the movement you've created from the stretch. So inside you start to feel alive and vibrant, but on the outside you're like a statue, gently gazing ahead. Let's try the other side. Right hip open. Heel toe the left leg out. Torso straight ahead, find your still point. And then float the left hand out parallel to the ground, palm down. Gently turn the head to the right and float the right hand out, Warrior Two on this side. Good steady breath. Strong arms. Now strengthen the legs. Push down with the right foot. Push down with the left foot. Squeeze the buttocks. Strengthen those legs. Even while we're sitting here, we can make our legs stronger by this isometric squeeze. For 3, 2, and then relax. Float the hands down, bring the hips back to neutral. Find your still point, and notice how you feel. Let's get into the shoulders a little bit here. Float the left hand out to the left. Keep your eyes on the still point. And then sweep the hand out in front of your body, palm down, until it goes all the way over to the other side of your body. So you feel that left shoulder blade coming away from the spine. Now, if you can, hook your right elbow into the left. Hook it and lock it in and squeeze it in towards your body. Squeeze it in. That's it. And try to pull that left shoulder down away from your ears. For 3, let the head come up a little higher, like a little tortoise coming out of its shell, and turn the head to the left. Ooh, lots of action up in the shoulders there. Relax and melt the arms back to the waist, bring the head back to neutral. And eyes closed or soft on the drishti point. Feel the echo in the shoulder of that last shape. Right hand floats out. Floats in front of you Cross the body to that left side. It's almost like a twist, isn't it? And then lock your elbows. Lock and squeeze that arm in towards you. Pull that shoulder down and let the little turtle head come up. So shoulders down, head up. Squeeze and feel all that release of tension in the shoulders. Exhale, turning the head to the right this time. And then gently bring the head back and relax the arms. How are we feeling? Okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's come back to the hips. Open that left hip out. And straighten the right leg. Get that right leg straight. So we've got that warrior two look again. Turn the head to the left and float the hands out, parallel warrior two. Drop the back hand to your back leg. Rotate the palm of the front hand so it faces the ceiling. And then lift it up towards the ceiling and look up. Feel that reverse warrior. Bring the hands back to warrior two. Both palms down. Now imagine there's something in front of you and you're trying to reach towards it, so lean as far as you can forwards. Drop the front elbow onto your front thigh and lean into that elbow. So you're leaning as far forward as you can. Flip the back palm, face the ceiling and bring it up and over. Look up towards the ceiling, reverse side angle warrior. Slowly come back through neutral, through warrior two. Relax the arms, relax the thighs. Come back to neutral, find your steady point. Eyes soft. And this time as you gaze at the still point, lift the corners of your mouth. Let yourself come into a Mona Lisa smile. And notice how that feels. So sometimes in yoga, our faces get very serious. So the Mona Lisa smile adds this little element of sweetness to our practice. It helps us relax a little bit, even though we're working hard. Let's try the other side. Right hip open. Heel toe that left leg out. Find your drishti. Float the arms up, warrior two. Looking out, using your eyes to look past that front hand. Drop the back hand to the back leg and reverse the palm of that front leg. Lifting up and back. Reverse warrior. Oh, someone's phone's ringing.
It only rings 4 times.
Oh, okay. Come back to neutral. Now let's try this lean forward here. We lean, 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 and then literally lean the elbow onto the front thigh. So the elbow takes all the weight of the torso into the leg. Flip the back hand and bring it up, 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 up and over. Big stretch. Side angle. Oh, excellent. So we really open up the chest cavity today and the thoracic cavity. Get the ribs open. Oh, lots of space for the lungs. Inhale, come back through neutral. Warrior two. Relax the arms. Grip the chair for stability. Come back to neutral. Come back to stillness. Come back to the Mona Lisa smile. And once again, we're going to do our Bahama stretch here. Extend the legs, lean back, into the back of your chair. Support the head. Now push out through the heel bones so your calf muscles get a nice stretch here. Now keep the legs extended. Grip the chair and sit up so the legs are still extended, but you're holding the chair for stability and your torso is upright. So you're off the back of the chair now. And cross your right ankle over the left ankle. And start to slide it up the leg until it comes above the knee joint. And then bend the knee joint so you have a figure 4 seat. Notice how that feels. If you've had hip issues, this might be a bit challenging. Take your hands. Your left hand is going to grip very strongly and squeeze your toes. See if you can squeeze the toes of that right foot. Your right hand is going to hold just above the ankle joint, hold the shin. And then with all the strength you can muster, squeeze the toes and turn the foot with that left hand. So the ankle joint's not doing any work, but you're getting this nice, delicious, relaxing, turning motion. It's almost like you're turning a wheatgrass juicer. And then reverse direction. And then give the hands a bit of a rub. And take your pincher fingers and pinch your pinky toe and toe number 4. Give them a good pinch and wiggle the toes back and forth. Wiggle them. So we're even giving our toes a bit of yoga today. Now, be careful here. You're going to, bless you, you're going to stretch the toes apart and stretch the webbing, bless you. You're going to stretch the webbing between the toes. When's the last time you stretched the webbing between the toes? Now we're going to do the same process on toe 4 and 3. Squeeze, wiggle, and stretch. And then toe 2 and 3. Squeeze, wiggle, stretch. Big toe and toe number 2. Be careful, the big toe's got a lot of bones. Ooh, it feels different. Be careful of the big toe. Wiggle and stretch. And now take the knuckles of your left hand and press them into the arch of the foot. Just rub and roll them into the arch of that left foot, that right foot, sorry. And just before we leave that right leg, sit up tall, take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lean forward and feel the stretch right down into your low back here, into the thigh. letting go of any tension in that thigh and low back. Inhale, slowly come up and release that leg. Find your still point, find your drishti, and notice if that right leg feels different from the left. Grab your seat, extend your legs, opposite ankle crosses over. So this time left over right, slide it up above the knee joint and bend into your figure four. Grip your shin and toes, nice strong grip. And then turn the crank the handle round and round and round. Give that right foot a nice, relaxing, turning orbit. Toes around ankle. Other direction. And then grab your pincher fingers, pinky toe and toe number 4. Squeeze, wiggle and stretch. When you finish those toes, move to the next toes and continue the process until you reach the big toe. So bringing blood flow into the feet, very important. The feet will really appreciate that. And then stimulate the fascia at the bottom of the foot. Take your knuckles and roll and press them into the arch. Getting that fascia hydrated there. And then exhale, release. Notice how the legs feel. We're going to finish the class now with just a little bit of breath work. So take your right hand and the tip of your thumb is just going to cover the right nostril very gently, almost like a very, very gentle seal, almost so you can only just feel the tip of the thumb covering the right nostril. So it forces just the left nostril to open. The left nostril is breathing in and out. You're not pinching the nose. Don't pinch the nose. Now the next time you breathe in through the left nostril, hold the breath for a moment and take the tip of the ring finger and gently cover the left nostril and breathe in and out of the right nostril and see if you can see which nostril's more open. Let your eyes be steady, still, or closed. So all you can feel is the movement of the breath. The next time you inhale through that right nostril, hold, switch back to the thumb, exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Hold, switch back to the ring finger, exhale right. So you're now constantly switching side to side after each in-breath. In-breath, switch. In-breath, switch. Alternate nostril breathing. The next time you exhale, release the technique and relax. Letting the hands rest on the lap. And notice how you feel at the end of your practice today. What might have shifted during the practice? How's your low back? How's your shoulders, your neck?
My legs.
So thank you for joining me.